I do love that entrance. Hey, everybody, it's your boy Dre. It's late lunch with Dre, and I say late lunch because it was supposed to be at 12:30, but just again, things get away from me. My days off. I wasn't feeling so hot. I've been dealing with just some, just like I don't know what it was. Like my stomach wasn't feeling good, and just was not happy. I was on a stream yesterday with KBG Games playing Sea of Thieves. Love that game. Totally had a lot of fun with us in future playing. Definitely will be looking forward to tomorrow playing Baldur's Gate 3, which is like Dungeons and Dragons, which it is, but not like. And then I'll be on the Friday night streams as well. So why do I need to stream when my brothers and sisters stream and I just play on theirs? It's fun. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch base and say what's up, see how everybody's doing, and because these late lunches and the lunchtime with Dre's are going to be, like I said, talks about a particular topic and the news. So the topic today, because we'll do the news part later, because I always feel like the news part could always, come later. Hey, hermano. I listen. I loved playing Fortnite with you the other night. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of good times. That's my boy Captain Spaulding, folks. Y'all know that's my boy. He is the horror and NECA collector extraordinaire. So always hit him up. He's a great supporter of everybody's on this platform. Y'all need to be talking to him. So I want to define the term grail. I feel like nostalgic. Oh yeah, it's definitely fun playing Fortnite with you as well, brother. Um, I wanted to define the term grail. I feel like it is a term that a lot of people throw around. And when I mean throw around, a lot of people say it, but they don't define it in any particular way. So here's how we're going to define it for me, by my standards. And again, this is all my opinion. I'd love to hear y'all's opinion of what you think a grail is. So please comment in the video, comment below, comment in the chats right now while we're doing this live. But to me, a grail figure or a grail item is something that is of a value that is exceeds what most people could probably spend normally. A grail also has to have a personal intrinsic value to it. That's my little peanut. Say hi, Rory. Wave to everybody. So, do you have grails? I think you have a few in your collection. I don't know your collection. Hey, Cobb. Good to see you. I do know that you have like that one that we looked at on eBay. That was the crap. What was it? The Exorcist one. That limited release Exorcist figure with the bed scene. I think that one is like a $500 NECA figure. So I would say that would qualify as a grail if you qualify that to some people. But to me, I quantify a grail as it has to have intrinsic value, some nostalgic value as well, meaning like it has to have that value from when we were kids. Like, oh, I had this. Like to some people, an inbox, pristine, never open, never labels put on it, Castle Grayskull or Snake Mountain, or USS Flag goes for thousands upon thousands, and that's not even grading the damn thing. So to some that's a grail. To me, a grail could be what was it? A grail some people have considered comic books grails, like having a graded version of an older comic or a recent comic book that's out of print or hard to come by. That's a grail. So once we define what a grail is in your own words, and I say this because many big YouTubers, I've seen them post this on YouTube, They'll talk about grails for their collections. And I would say like some of them use the term like, oh, it's a grail, but they let's be realistic, their financial status allows them to have the a lot of excess income to purchase something that would be of grail level. Now, and I would say sometimes your grail level is based on your economic status sometimes. Sometimes it's not, and that can be, that could get me a lot of hate, and I don't care. It's my opinion, Discontinued figures, that's another good one too, Cap. I agree with that. Discontinued figures could be considered grails. I mean, a lot of the times we go to stores nowadays and, well, let's be honest. What was it? When Across the Spider-Verse came out, that Miles Morales, that 2099 and the Spider-Punk were the hardest figures to find in that set. I was lucky that I bought them at the time when I saw them. My wife was like, "Yeah, I'll get you those for part of your birthday gift. Put them in the cart." And I picked up the other two that I wanted. If I hadn't, and then if I didn't pre-order Spider Punk on Amazon, I would never have gotten that entire wave. Okay, so I'm gonna take a pause here while I'm drinking some water. Now, Ruben, how is it NECA's messing up with this one? I don't collect NECA, so I'm not gonna pretend to know NECA collecting. I know a few things. I've my toes in the water. I don't know more than that. So can you tell me how that Gremlin Bat Spider is is of high value? And while I'm in here doing this, I just like I said, it's fun to talk about this topic because I know grails to a lot of people don't count as something. They don't mean a whole lot. It's like, oh, if I ever get this, or when I get this, or how do I get this, or and because to me, I'm not gonna lie, a few years ago, 29 in 2018, when they announced in late 2018, when they announced the Miles Morales Into the Spider Verse hot toy, I didn't know if I was gonna ever get it. Now let's see what our boy Nostalgic says. Grail is often a rare toy slash collectible that represents the greatest example of that toy line, subjectively to the owner or objectively to the collectors of that toy line. That's actually a damn good definition. I agree with that 110% because it's true. A grail really is that piece that defines the collection. You know, I like that. Those figures back then were $100 to $200 now. They got released, and so then, well, okay. So let's explain that. Let's do a little deep dive here. So NECA is a company that will reuse their molds. And when they reuse their molds, they have to remake a profit because doesn't aftermarkets don't make any money because think about it this way. Let's talk about Star Wars. Star Wars aftermarket was and is probably some of the hey baby girl is some of the best and worst of the collecting community, right? Because they're older figures that are no longer in print that people know eventually Hasbro will dig into that mold bin and search around and say, ha, we now have a new deluxe figure, or haha, we have a new 2-pack, or haha, we got a new 4-pack. And then bang, they throw it into the vet, they throw it out there, $60, and people will buy it, right? And we know that companies like NECA, Hasbro re-release. Even McFarlane. How many versions of Batman can you release? Truthfully, how many freaking versions of a Batman do I need? Like, I get when you release a new figure of a Batman, that's cool. But do I need to have Batman, Batman Gold Edition, Batman Platinum Edition, Batman. Oh wait, this variant. Oh wait, Batman. This they're just going down. He's McFarlane is probably right now, and I'm saying this and this is a hot take, is probably the biggest crook when it comes to the resell the I'm gonna keep putting out molds of different characters and of the same character in different styles just because you'll buy it. They did it with the Target exclusive stuff. Oh, get your Jokerized Robin and your Jokerized Bane. Who the hell cared about that? Nobody did. We wanted the Solomon Grundy. Release that one. Like, put it to where figures could be found in your stores. Now, let me deal with the chat now because I went on a little rant. If you stop and see, though, that they haven't been making Jason or Freddy figures, well, because that's not the market right now. Their market's nostalgia. NECA is got such a large database of trademarks. Right now, they're building up on that. Haulathon for them is one of their biggest times of the year because they know they're going to sell out of the NECA product. They get rid of they pump out all those turtle figures. See, Ruben, I'm not the person to ask. I feel really bad because I don't know. I don't really collect NECA. I mean, if I were to do any research, I could tell you later, but you know, I would say, Ghostface, like from the other YouTubers I've watched that are huge in that area, one of the big figures was Ghostface, but he had multiple re-releases. Jason's had multiple re-releases. The Predators. I mean, EC would be the one to talk to about Preds because Preds, there's so many. And everybody knows a Predator, it's like Ghostbusters. I don't know Ghostbusters a whole lot. That's why he talked to Dave. But yeah, I would say that some of these figures in certain lines have become obsolete right now. For right now, even wrestling figures, have done that. Oh, the pumpkin. So that might have been the what was it? The horror line that he did, the movie Maniacs, Pumpkinhead. Was that the movie Maniacs one? Because I had the crow from that one, and that was like my one of my favorite figures. I'm kicking myself now that when I left New York and I did not bring my McFarlane stuff, I had so many movie maniacs. I had that movie Moments with the crow where he's fighting the top dollar. I think it was on the rooftop, and I had that, and it's like gone. Yeah, I'll take a look at that, Ruben, online, and I'll give you an honest opinion later because I don't know like if that movie mania. I mean, from what I've seen and heard, I know he's doing it now. He is releasing a lot of this, the re-releasing a lot of the older movie maniacs line, and he's doing a lot of newer figures, and he's doing a lot of newer movies like Big Lebowski. He just did the Fallout TV series one because my comic shop just got them in yesterday. There's a lot of stuff that he's doing. The Super 7 Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull are grails for me. I came into collecting just a little too late and missed those. I don't think anybody. I don't think you missed them, Cobb. I think that you know, a lot of people came into collecting recently, and we know all of us know it was post pandemic, and post pandemic, a lot of people were like, "Oh, let's get this and let's collect this," and a lot of the collecting trend has has gone down because nobody, at least my opinion, nobody's really spending like that anymore. Not as much as they used to. Especially on big things like that. Like Cat's Lair. Let's talk about this. Super 7, right? I loved Super 7. I got deep into Super 7 because of wrestling figures. I had every Japanese wrestling figure that they made. I had the Will Osprey. I had the Okada. I had Naito. I had Evil. I had Bushi. I had what was it? Okada, Tomohiro Ishii. I had them all. And I had the Good Brothers, I had Zack Ryder and Myers, and I got rid of them because once I got out of collecting those, I realized I just didn't have the space. Beautiful figures, very awesome stuff that they came with, and for the price point, $55 to $60, not a bad price point. And the only way I was able to get a lot of those was through Big Bad Toy Store because no other place had put them up for pre-order. Then I know Amazon had gotten the Zack Ryder set and the Good Brothers set, and I got those through there. And then eventually, Ringside Collectibles had gotten a couple. Now, and I'm gonna get to your comment because Ruben, you're 100% correct. Um, then I'm trying to think, what was it? Then I did Thundercats, and this is what led me down a very interesting path. I got hard into Thundercats. I was collecting every Thundercat figure, not the villains. I had all the heroes except for Bengali and Snarf. They were the only two I didn't have. Then I saw the Thunder Tank, and I was like, I'm all in. Then they were talking about Cat's Lair, and Cat's Lair was $800. I remember jokingly asking my wife, I was like, hey, babe, this is before we moved to where I actually had a collection room. Mind you, in our old house, I had a collection room. Here, I do not have that. So we downsized for a better place to live. But I had a collection room. And in that collection room, I had the idea of like Cat's Lair would have been I had the perfect space for it. I thought about it. Then I lost my job and I wasn't working. So I was like, nope, douse my dreams. Now look for Cat's Lair. It's not even sold on the Super 7 website. I don't even see it anymore. So, and those Thundercats figures are kind of a wash because nobody really likes them. And now Mondo, who also had the license, is looking to make them in 1/12 scale, regular 6-inch figures with more articulation, and they probably will look just like the Ghostbusters. And that's a talk of on a whole different show. But do you see what I'm saying about about collecting and Grail pieces? Now, a lot of people were selling during the pandemic. That's when I came up. That is 100% true. 100% true. The pandemic era of collecting was probably, and even I was a big part of that. I'm not gonna lie. I was already an active collector like before the pandemic. But I'm gonna be 100 with you guys. I was already an active collector, but but that pandemic time collecting was probably some of the best deals you were gonna ever get. Because now look, you're never going to see half the prices you see now or you saw then, because I've I was able to clean up on Marvel Legends for that are now going for almost 3 times their value 4 years ago. Put that in perspective. My daughter is going to be 4 years old, the youngest one. 4 years ago, because she's a pandemic baby, Marvel Legends I could have gotten then, and I sold years later after she was born because I just didn't think I wanted them. But now I kind of re-want some of those figures because I was stupid. Well, I was stupid. I was out of work and I wanted to do something nice for my family, and I promised them a Disney trip because we my family deserved a vacation, and I purged a lot of the collection, and I did really well for myself. And you know that was a different time. But imagine that. Now let's see here. I really want Puppet Master, Tunneler replica, and a Voltron diecast. Yeah, Voltron diecast, Go Lion. That's like my number. I forgot what list on my list of my grails. I think he's like number 4 or 5. Now, question: what is the difference between a gem and a grail? So that's an interesting question. I would say I quantify a gem, something that's like a piece that you love, that's valuable to you, but it's not really valuable to the greater community. Like here, I'll use this. This is a gem right here. the Boon Boonja changer. To most people that don't like Power Rangers in Japan, this is trash. Nobody cares about it, right? Me, I care about it. This is actually going for about $150 on eBay. I did not pay that. I pre-ordered this bad boy through Big Bad Toys and got him for $50 with shipping. So, hey Carnage, nice to see you. So this is what I would call a gem. A grail that I defined is again something that you're hunting for years. It's avoided your collection, money, price, availability, time, you know, whatever was going on. That's what stopped you from getting a grail. That's where I feel grails fall into that. Does that make sense, Cap? Because that's kind of where I would justify a grail. Like I was saying, for me, my one of my two grails I have literally sitting behind me, and I'm gonna get it out here. Oh, and I didn't show this to everybody. I know I usually have pickups, and I didn't do the pickups, but I do have a new hot toy in the house. He is Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Yes, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man hot toy is in my possession. It was the last one. Amazing, amazingly love my people at Rebel Base Comics. They are awesome. They only had two left. This was this one, and they had the what was it? They had the DX version, which is the one with the Doc Ock base. I was like, I couldn't afford that one, but I could afford my boy, and I got him. So this is not a Grail piece, but this definitely is a collection piece that I needed. So that's I wanted to show that one off. And here is a Grail. This is a Grail. This took me years to finally be able to save up the money and sell some stuff to be able to get this in my collection. I have wanted a Miles Morales hot toy. I'm gonna. I was promised a Miles Morales hot toy as a gift from somebody on this platform. Not gonna name names, and they did me dirty and never sent it after months of saying they were. So I got a little bitter, saved up, sold some stuff that wasn't in my collection that I wasn't interested in, and finally an opportunity on eBay because David pointed it out to me. Grabbed it, and this, my friends, is a Grail piece. This is the DX Miles Morales that came with all the cool accoutrement. It comes with both outfits. It comes with the regular spider suit and with the shoes, the jacket, the hoodie, everything, and the two bases. Right. This is Grail number one that came into my collection, and it was well worth the time I waited and the money I spent to get it. So, and I only spent now this retails the base figure retails for 272 on Sideshow. This one on every platform was $400. I got it for two. Shout out to that eBay seller that was very looking to get rid of that piece. Now, another Grail. Brand new. Never displayed. Different collector on eBay. I love Spider Gwen. My daughters love Spider Gwen. My wife has the hoodie, loves it too. We are pretty much a very big Spider-Man family friendly house. This piece, I sold a lot of figures to get this piece, and I had to put some cash in towards it. Again, 225 at the end of the day. And I like it, it brings me to tears because I waited years to get these in my collections. Years. And I don't think a lot of people understood that when I wasn't working, I was very depressed. And this is also mental health awareness month, and I'm going to make a comment about that at the end of the video. Um, but I was very depressed because I couldn't take care of my family. My wife was stressing because she was the breadwinner. I was on disability. I was trying to, I was on temporary disability, so wasn't able to bring in a whole lot of money, and I mean, it was rough times. And I had some very good friends that I would say are still in my life today. Aaron, KBG Games, you know, obviously Ruben, Captain Spaulding, Dave's to mention my brother. That is my brother right there. He and they would send me stuff just out of the kindness of their hearts. They would send me some stuff, and other friends of mine here on this platform, real friends, would send me like figures every now and then, and just be like, "Yo, Dre, we know you're looking, and you can't afford it right now, but here we go." And now I'm at a point now where I've gotten rid of so much of my collection. The pieces I bring in are pieces I'm replacing figures with. So I've wanted the Spider-Mans because I've been wanting to do the idea is eventually to do a DTOF with all the Spider-Mans. Like I'm pre-ordering probably this week or next week, Spider-Man 2099 from Across the Spider-Verse, because he's still up for pre-order on Sideshow. And I have Spider-Punk already coming. I'm waiting for them to announce Spider-Man Noir. I'm waiting for them to announce Penny Parker. I'm waiting for them to announce Spider-Bite and several of the other characters that I know they will eventually put out as hot toys, and I'll get those, and those are going to be in my collection. Like, those are day one, need those in my collection. I even have the Evil Prowler Miles coming to me later this year, as well as Spider Punk. So I'm excited. But and Ruben says it is next level collecting. I will say that it does change your perspective for it being a next level. Um, because it's not what you expect, in the sense of, I'm trying to think of how to word this. Like, when I say I'm strictly a Hot Toys collector, no. I still collect 6-inch scale figures. I still collect statues from time to time. But for Spider-Man, and I mean for Captain America, because I do need a cap. And I do admit that it is a very slippery slope when you are collecting Hot Toys, to not want to decide to say, "Hey, do I really want to build the Avengers from Endgame?" Because I do, and I'm not gonna lie. My wife loves Robert Downey, and it's not a hard sell to be like, "Hey, wink, wink. Father's Day, birthday's not coming. Is coming up real soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge." So I may talk to the wife about it and see if I can get some of the money towards it, and then I'll put the rest of the cash, and I'll buy Iron Man, because I love that, when he's doing the snap and he's like, "I am Iron Man." So I love all the stuff that figure comes with. I looked at the hot toy, and it's gorgeous. It's just whoo whoo. The price is expensive. Yeah, and my anniversary with my wife is not till December, so that's after, and it's before a week before Christmas. So I'm not trying to ask anything big around that time. So nah, see, I'm not into see. Look, okay, let me define this. I am into horror watching movies. Horror figures in my collection just don't fit. My teen daughter, is really into horror movies. And I would not mind giving her those figures to start a collection, because of the fact I know she likes horror movies and she likes that kind of creepy factor to it, and it's a little bit darker. That's what I want to kind of get her into. But for me, it's not. I look at them and they look nice, but they don't fit what I'm collecting. And that's been like the most like, I'm trying to think of the word. I think it's the best feeling I've ever had when I've looked at my collection and I go, "Man, I have pieces in here that I want." Like, that I worked hard to get. Like, these are like, so for me, if anybody is interested in, like, I don't have any. But if you guys have any ones you want to send me as ideas to start her on, I may. I don't know if I want to dip my toe in like a whole wave of stuff, because she's currently on punishment, because my wife, she was being a little slick with my wife, and even I caught it the other day, like the little attitude, and one of her gifts came in the mail for graduation early, so I was gonna give it to her, but now she's gonna wait. So for me, horror figures don't really fit my current schema. So it's not, and it's not a bad thing. Like, I feel bad, like, if friends of mine want to buy me something and they're like, they don't ask, because don't get it twisted. I love gargoyles, right? The NECA gargoyles, I had them, except for the newer ones that were released recently. Like, after Angela, I stopped, and I really, really thought about it to buy it again, and I said no. I don't have the space. It's too much. So, Kyle, I see. I feel you. Not on the not working. Got me depressed here for a good while too. I'm about to hop on a video chat, get my old job back though. Good luck, brother. Congrats. I hope you get it, man. Good prayers, vibes, mojo, hoodoo, voodoo. I'm gonna send it all your way, brother. Everybody in this chat, when you even on the replay, send him all the good vibes. He could use it. All right, we're trying to get our brother back to feeling good about working again. I know that feeling. But yeah, like that's been kind of like the overarching belief. You know, it's Grails. From what it's funny. A lot of the times you see the Grails, which when you're not working, you see those Grails, and you're like, "Damn, man, these are like dope. I want to get this." Or, "Oh man, if I was working, I'd be able to get this." And that happened, man. That happened to me so many times over those 2 years that I was not working, and I hated it. People were like, I've had people come up to me and ask me, they're like, "Dre, when you weren't working, like, did you have fun?" No, I hated it. I had no routine. I had no routine. And then my toddler, who was an infant at that point, I'm sitting there taking care of her. I'm going through the motions. I'm trying to, feel like I'm part of the community, but I felt like I wasn't. It was tough. It was a very tough time in my life to deal with that. So, you know, it's it's the weirdest feeling to be a part of a collection, of a collecting hobby, and then not feel like you're a part of it. So, but yeah, like that brings me up to the point that I'm going to make now about Mental Health Awareness Month. So, a lot of people miss Dave and I doing the mental health check-ins. And we're sorry that we have not been able to do them more frequently. It has just been a very big time crunch for me and Dave to try to find the time to work it in. It isn't anything against anyone, but it is tough to try to work a schedule where Dave and I are off, that we even put our podcast on pause for a bit just so we can figure out a schedule that works. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to come back full force, but at some point during this month, I will discuss with Dave and we will try to get one in on a weekend. It will probably be a Sunday morning. I will kid you not. It'll probably be a Sunday morning because that's my day off. It's Dave's day off. I know he and his wife run errands that day, but they might be able to switch it to a Saturday because I work Saturdays in the morning till the early afternoon, and that leaves me not a whole lot of time to do a lot of stuff. So I just want to give you guys that idea that we will do a mental health panel. It'll go across all our channels, and it is something that I would like to do before this month is out, because collecting and mental health have seemingly been a big thing that go hand in hand with each other. And Dave and I love talking about it. It's how we met. And we've been close. Like I said, I talk to Dave every day. There is not a day that goes by that Dave and I don't text, talk in our IG chat or in our text on our phones. I talk to every single one of my brothers every day, you know, and it helps. Even when you're working now and you're hitting that grind, sometimes you gotta talk about collecting or talk about this in the hobby. It's always fun. So Let's see. I mean, life's good doesn't mean something wrong, right? Oh, of course, you're right. Sometimes it literally is just things are just happening. Like a lot of the times, I think people forget a lot of the time that we're busy. Like I got 2 kids and a wife. It's the end of the school year. My daughter's graduating from into high school. She's graduating from middle school into high school. My wife is finishing out the year and finishing out her grad program. It's crunch time here in my house. So a lot of it is, we're potty training Rory. It's like it's a lot. And when people think that I have a whole lot of time to throw at something, I really don't. And it's not an insult, it's not a slight on anybody, but my family's number 1. YouTube will always take a back seat to my family. Hence why I'm on late today, because I was working with Roy on potty training and trying to get stuff done, and my back started hurting, and it was just like, okay, I'm gonna sit down, and then we just got relaxing, and then me and Roy start watching shows together, and we start reading books with each other. It's a very different, that's time I'm never gonna get back with my daughter, which I love. It's meant building memories. They I'm sorry, I'm gonna always do that. Hey, congratulations, my dude. Congratulations. Look at that. Cobb is back, folks. Cobb is back amongst the workforce. Congratulations, my guy. Very, very good news. I like that. 30 seconds in it just to tell you that. Hey, man, Mazel Tov. I don't drink alcohol. I drink green tea. And to you, my brother, I salute thee. Actually, like my shirt says, I love it when a plan comes together. Ruben, you're so right. It's not even funny, but it's so true. It does mean more time on Fortnite where I don't have to stop to change a diaper. Because if y'all don't notice, we have in the potty, like I'm trying to. All right. Below my index finger, there is an Elmo potty. Every day. It's our second house bathroom. I take her in there, and always I'll sit her on the potty. I'll sit on the big potty, and we talk, read books. We have her in a habit. She's used to it. But sometimes I want to try to get her to go. I know you don't, brother, but zip your coffee. Ooh, I need to get a cup of coffee soon too. Exactly. Heck yeah, brother. We did it. We did it. I love it. Oh man, I'm eating that tonight. I'm making chicken with broccoli, a chicken stir fry with some broccoli and baby corn, baby. The wife and the daughter are looking forward to it. Well, everybody in the house loves my stir fries, so they're as close to Chinese food as you can get. So yeah, like that's mental health awareness is a big thing, and it's something that somebody else on this platform was doing that and got us involved, and then walked away from it. And to me, mental health means is a lot. This platform can be very toxic, as well as Instagram can be very toxic. Most social media can be toxic, but I'm gonna state this: I'm glad I met Dave, because when I met Dave, and Colin, I made so many good friends through them that you can't replace. My friend hung Hot Wheels all over the bathroom wall. Every time his son would go doo doo in the potty, he'd take one. See, that would be dope, bro. I would see from my daughter. She likes superheroes, and she's been wanting to get like wear like little underwears. So my wife and I thought about buying like a pack and then putting like one every time if she would go tinkle or poo poo on the potties, she would get one and like kind of graduate her into that. So it's a cheaper way to do it. I know Hot Wheels are a very inexpensive collectible. to get, and you could do a lot with it. So I wish she was into like that. She's into like mystery figures as well. So like she likes the doorables, the little figures that you can play with. She loves I know Paw Patrol did a couple mini blind boxes, and Spider Man just did one too for kids. They did like a kids blind box. We're trying to get the Miles and the Gwen for her because I was gonna pick up the Goblin and the Venom, but she doesn't like those characters, so she wants just Miles and Gwen. And if I can get those, or if anybody sees them at Target, because Target sells them, I just don't know where the hell they put them. Let me know and send them my way. I will pay you for them because my littlest one loves them. And Dave is texting me some good stuff. Oh, Dave, why do you send me pictures of this stuff? Oh my God, Dave's gonna make me spend money. I say that because he found the Green Goblin hot, not the hot toy, but it's the Green Goblin SH Figure Arts, and that one I kind of want. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want that one, but I gotta go to the comic book store tomorrow to pick up my comic books. Oh, so now that I've done that, I guess I could do a little show and tell. Um, well, I can't because all my comic books um are kind of covered right now, and I have to, and I do. Oh, that box fell over. That's what fell. Okay, so I in the process. If y'all didn't know, my collection area, which is part of our living room, is kind of under a state of construction because I have to clean the shelf of all the Marvel Legends of Spider-Man. There's 4 shelves, and once I clean those 4 shelves, I have to put the other poster that's going to go on the Across the Spider Verse poster here, which I have to get a frame for, and then once I get that frame, that poster framed, I got to hang it up there, and then I was going to try to put the figures back up because I do have replacements. As some of those figures, Marvel Legend wise, I got rid of because I didn't have a reason to collect them because I got the better version of them. Now I have to start doing that. I just haven't had time because my days off have been used to do other things. But I will probably do that this weekend after I get off work on Saturday. I probably will go start pulling that entire thing down, and I'm gonna have to look for a frame when I do. Well, I gotta do errands, so probably after I do my errands, I'll work a little bit on that, and then Britterbug does her game streaming on Saturday, so I'll be part of the Fortnite crew from 8 till midnight Eastern Standard Time. So yeah. Oh, and I just realized that. So tonight I will be back on YouTube with Dave's Dimension. My brother Dave has said to me he's putting me in the hot seat. I don't know what that means actually. I have not been interviewed in a long time. The last time I got interviewed was on Yukon Phil's show, and I haven't been interviewed since. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. Oh, Dave is texting me. I'm gonna kill him. He just said that Thanos, and I already have Thanos, but Spidey, which I have Spidey too, because that was the one that I wanted and I had to get the Final Swing SH Figure Arts. This is like the dopest Spider-Man. This is the last Tom Holland in the new suit. The hot toy for this is damn near impossible to find. I have given up on it because I'm not paying the price that they're asking for it. Maybe when I go to GalaxyCon, I may walk out with that, but the wife and I already have. So for those of you that don't know, we go to GalaxyCon every year. It's a big comic book convention run by the people that run MegaCon in Florida. Uh, I think it used to be formerly the Wizard World people, and they got bought out by another corporation, and now it's like they do GalaxyCon, and we go every year, and we usually go for the major guests. Last year, my daughter Lana, she got some pictures with some Japanese voice, or no, well, some anime voice actors that are American. She cosplayed. Um, it was real hot, and we ended up staying at a hotel real far, about 20 minutes away, because we were not able to get a room at one of those. But because the con hotels don't have swimming pools, we decided to stay at a hotel that's a little further away, a little cheaper, but has a swimming pool, so that we could go swimming with the kids and we could have a little fun during the downtime that we don't need to be at the convention. But this year it's gonna have all of Cobra Kai is gonna be there, Bill Zapka, Malduena, and I want to get Zolo's a picture with Zolo. I have a great respect, from one Hispanic to another. We don't have a whole lot of us big now that are young and hungry, and I respect him, and I want to get a picture with him and my family. Um, Bill Zapka, obviously, my wife and I are huge Cobra Kai fans, and we love the Karate Kid. Why are you being shy? All right, give me a minute. And we're gonna get a picture with him. And then of course, everybody knows it'll be Dre's first time cosplaying in a long time. I'm gonna be doing my Ghostbusters Common Rider crossover cosplay. And I'm taking a picture with my wife and my family with Ernie Hudson. He's gonna be in full Ghostbuster regalia. Do that rat race, Holmes. I know you got this. So nerd affiliated. Look who's coming in. Brr. Yes, sir. As my littlest one just made they're trying to like I guess copy my little my little audio assisted things. Nothing much, my guy. Just sitting here chatting it up, talking about some stuff. And yeah, I will be doing my Ghostbusters cosplay because I don't know if you've seen it here, Mr. Nerd affiliated, but the Common Rider Ghost Driver has arrived. Part of the cosplay, I have to get some more extensions for the driver belt, and I have the icons. It's tested, it works. I have my jumpsuit already on Amazon. Dave is helping me get the patches, and Rory, little peanut, is going to be a Ghostbuster in training. So we got a whole plan. The wife is excited about it. I'm excited about it. And I mean, his picture, Ernie Hudson's picture, is going to be like, I think, hey, Steven. So the picture with Ernie Hudson, I think, is like the most expensive one we have. It's like $125. I know MJF's supposed to be there. I don't know if he's going to be there. Nick Nemeth, former Dolph Ziggler, uh, Eric Bischoff. I kind of want a picture with Bischoff just because I like wrestling and I'd love to talk. I'd love to pick his brain about some stuff that because he's a little bit of an asshole, and I think he'd be kind of cool. Oh God, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, she should. She should. It'd be cool. And I know Lana and like Meredith are happy because my wife always finds authors that like they'll do a lot of like sci-fi fantasy authors that are like up and coming, bring a lot of books there. We always buy about 5 like chapter like novel books from the authors that are there. I don't really buy merch because everything's just too overpriced. I usually go to Artist Alley. I get comic books signed. I know Chip Zdarsky is going to be there, and I love his Daredevil run, and I love his Ghostbusters run, or Ghostbusters Ghost Rider run. So I want to get those signed by him, and those are all, like he does 5 books for free. So I'm gonna go wait in the line for him, and I know that's gonna be a line. I know there's a couple other artists that I want to get signed there. Um, you know, Robbie Rodriguez, the guy who did Spider Gwen, is going to be there. Um, I know one of the writers for I think Something's Killing the Children is going to be there. So I have a couple of my books that I want to get signed. I have like a couple of really nice covers, and I may get some things graded. I haven't decided yet, so we'll see. But it's good to have so many friends of mine coming through. I really appreciate you guys coming through with the late lunch with Dre. But so yeah, I did like I said, we defined grails, which I love. We talked about mental health awareness, and I'm trying to think. I want to touch on something. If you guys don't follow Nerd Affiliated, I don't know what rock you're hiding under. He's amazing. You should be following him. He did a great video late last night, which I thought was hilarious. And I'm sorry that his figures, Super 7 figures, are but he does a great review of the Super 7 King Conan. I had pre-ordered those and I canceled them because Super 7 just is I'm no longer interested in them. But the way he describes some of the stuff in that IG video is priceless, and y'all need to watch it. And look, look, look. Full review is now live on the channel. Hey, Nerd Affiliated, drop those credentials in the comment in the chat, please, so we can make sure people go over there to go watch it. Because again, he did a really good job on just in that little like couple minute video on IG. I now have to watch that video now. So, but yeah, other than that, folks, I'll be on Dave's Dimension tonight. Like I said, I haven't been interviewed in a long time, and it's going to be interesting because I like being interviewed every now and then because there are some things, a lot of things new doing that I'm doing with the channel. Um, this channel in particular has made a lot of changes over the last year. And going forward, it will be splintered into two channels, but I'm not going to talk about that. You're going to have to wait to watch on Dave's Dimension to find out what is going to happen. I will be getting back to the toy reviews. I will be once I clean up my desk areas and rearrange some stuff, I'll be back to my toy reviews. I'll be back to doing some comic chats. Like I said, I was trying to do them on the weekends, but just the weekends just get too busy. Again, trying to potty train a 3-year-old, trying to, my daughter's trying to plan stuff for graduation. My wife is trying to get schoolwork done. You know, it's a lot, so a lot of that stuff is taking the back burner. There is stuff canned that I haven't even had a chance to edit yet that I will be editing. So we will see what's going to happen with that. But there will be a second channel that's going to be focused more on a particular genre. And I will divulge the name of that tonight on Dave's show. So any questions, comments? I'm here. I hate the dead silence. That's why I'm just like reading the chat. Anybody have any comments they would like to tell me about? Questions? I did drop in here. I'm not going to be collecting horror. Like movies, I will pick up movies. Horror movies, I will pick up on Blu-ray all day, every day. But I will not be collecting horror figures anymore. Like there's just there's no space. The collection there's no room in it for the collection, especially now that the hot toys are starting to be an active part of my collection. If I have to sacrifice something that I don't really love, superheroes I love, Spider-Man I love, Batman I love, and I do want a Batman hot toy. I will decide on a Batman hot toy. I'm still debating on if I'm going to get that Pattinson Batman. He is on my mental watch list. Not the DX one because I like that he comes with the bat signal. Just I don't know yet. We got to wait and see. But I do need a worthy cap because I like to have the trio like Steve Rogers, Bucky, and Sam Wilson. I think that they're gonna look dope together on a shelf for shelf appearance. I mean, for shelf presence, that's gonna be dope. But any questions, comments, critiques? The chat has gone silent. There's a lot of cool things coming out. If you guys are, I'm gonna say this very honestly. I think I've reached a point in my collecting as an adult collector that eventually everybody makes this decision, and I state this very honestly. I think we all make decisions on our collections that at some point we don't, what's the word I'm looking for? We know what we want to bring into our collections. Granted, there are a lot of times I look at stuff and I'm like, man, I wish I could bring that in, or oh, I want to. No, I collect four particular things. And see, Cobb, that's a good final topic for us to close on, which is I'm gonna have to slow down on random stuff. So I'm a victim of this because of the pre-order bug. And I again, toy hunters, you guys, I know you guys are still looking out there for stuff and you're hunting the stores. They're dry. They're drier than the Sahara. For me, I'm collecting stuff that I can get my hands on, and it's a lot harder when you forget that you pre-order something. So like I've showed it off here that I have the Valiant Comics Bloodshot release figure, the PX exclusive. I got the PX exclusive Rambo First Blood, and those were figures that I have an interest in because I like the characters. I mean, Rambo's from my childhood, so I love that figure. So that one's gonna be a dope figure, and I've seen tons of reviews on it already. Before I had pre-ordered it, so I saw a lot of the people that got like advanced release figures of it, and they look awesome. So and Haya Toys, I have a great deal of respect for because of their what they put out. Now, do I have other Haya Toys releases? Yes, I have the Haya Toys Cyborg or Universal Soldier, sorry, Van Dam that they released that's coming out later this year. I did pre-order I think it was the Haya Toys RoboCop. I can't remember because they did a 1/12 scale RoboCop, but I also want the Mafex one, and I've seen the Mafex one go for under $100. Really, it's a really good price right now, and I'm very tempted to wait for it. You know, you said the bad word. You said a curse word in my thing. You said Ross. That's a curse word. Ross to me, folks. I said it last time. It's an unpopular decision. The reason why you're not seeing stuff in Targets right now is because collectors are not being brand loyal. You're not buying it when you see it retail. If you don't buy it when it's retail, Targets and Walmarts don't carry it. That's why they're not replenishing the shelves. It's 100% the truth. Hey, my brother from another mother, KBG. Roy just jumped up and down for you. And I get it. I get it. A lot of people want to love Ross, and it is. But I can't do the Ross. So many of my feed was flooded with people that love Ross. It drove me crazy. And that's the other thing too. Flippers are also sitting on inventory, which is what has been causing a lot of issues for us as collectors. Yes, KBG. I'm glad you don't have a gunpowder a gunpowder barrel. For all of y'all, you need to watch KBG stream we did with our Sea of Thieves stream we did last night. God, he blew us out. He killed both of us or all three of us with a gunpowder barrel he lit, and he just ran up on deck and killed everybody. Didn't jump overboard. Stopped by me and killed us all. Hilarious. Um, Oh, and you made the short. I gotta post it to the group chat. So, but yeah, flippers are also sitting on it. It's true. Flippers are sitting on inventory, and they're making that decision. And that's why we're not seeing replenishment. And you know what? I don't go to Target as often as I used to. I go to Target maybe twice a week now, if that, if that. And I barely go to Walmart's because there's no the closest Walmart's a grocery store Walmart. It's not even a food. It's a food store Walmart, not the toy store. They do sell toys, ironically enough, in that Walmart. They have like WWE stuff, but I'm not. We're not. A lot of us don't. I just don't see it. And I get it. A lot of people were jumping on the Ross train because it's good for the algorithm. I mean, I bet you if I put that in a title of one of my videos and a thumbnail, that algorithm would shoot me right up with everybody else. But I don't want to do that. I'm not that sort of dude. It just doesn't work for me. And you know, and the thing is, a lot of people like. I'm gonna address what Nerd Affiliated said that because they're sitting on inventory, eBay and Mercari prices have been god awful high. Um, like just look at your X-Men figures. The X-Men 97 figures. All the carded figures, I have two. The Goblin Queen and Nightcrawler because Mafex didn't make a version of them. And I have the Bishop because they never made a Bishop Mafex. If they do, I'm getting it. But when you look at that, they're trying to resell those figures for like $75. Rogue goes for over 100. Well, yeah, flippers are crying now because you're right. Mercari raised so Mercari basically changed a lot. So it's free to list items, but now the buyers are paying all the listing costs. So like if you're buying like we'll say like a Common Rider figure from SH Figure Arts that costs you maybe $35, at the end it may cost you $75 because you're paying taxes, shipping, and listing costs, which I think is unfair to the buyer. But then the seller on the part with Mercari, the sellers are at a penalty because anything can be returned for any reason. So right there you burn your sellers. Now eBay, friends of mine have told me that their selling fees have skyrocketed, like well beyond their old percentage. Because I used to sell on eBay all the time, and I've had my eBay account. Well, this is my newer eBay account. Um, I've had this account since 2017. So this account's 7 years old, and I don't sell on it. I only buy on it occasionally when I see things I want. But even the fact that people don't leave you feedback for when you purchase items, it doesn't it affects you. And people were saying like if you go on YouTube, several YouTubers have posted videos about like, hey, don't buy from people below 99%. Anybody that has a below 99.5%, don't buy from them because there's a good chance you're going to get robbed. And I said, holy crap. So now I looked out all the sellers I bought from were 100%, but that's scary. That is a scary number to believe that. And, flippers are upset because the market for collectibles is dying right now because people are just going to look for it online. If I can go to Amazon, if I can go to AliExpress, if I could go to Walmart.com or Target.com and pre-order it directly, why do I need to go to you? That's the end game for it, folks. Plus there's other smaller sellers like Toyco. Andrew at Toyco, I love that guy. He is probably one of the best resellers I ever did. He gets in good pre-orders. He posts his pre-orders to Facebook, has his storefront, has his online site, and gives everybody on his Facebook group first shot at items. And I always get good quality stuff at low prices. And that's why I say pre-order. Long game is king now. You pre-order something, you just pre-order it, forget it, let it charge my card. That's how I look at it. I'd rather wait. I would rather wait. Some of the stuff I can wait on. Some stuff there's literally nothing hitting stores right now that I need FOMO. Nothing. And when people tell me that there is stuff, I find it very hard to believe. What's in the stores right now that I need? Nothing. There really isn't anything because the stores are empty. Go look, Transformers, full. G.I. Joe Classifieds, all the recent Joes dropped. There hasn't been a new Joe release in 3 months, and they're not talking about anything new coming out. Quick Kick, King Boa, uh, what was it? Big Ben, Mutt and Junkyard, Trouble Bubble. That's the last wave we've seen. The Dreadnoughts before that. We haven't seen anything else. What's the other wave coming out from Hasbro? No one's talking about it. Lightning Collection. Good luck seeing anything Power Rangers in the stores because that line is dead. Good luck finding Marvel Legends. There's none. The last times I've gone, it's all been the Spider-Man, Iron Spider suit reboxed, and the Iron Man reboxed. That's it. Don't even get me started on AEW. I need a Swerve Strickland. Can't find him anywhere. If anybody finds him, let me know. Hook a brother up. I'll pay you back. I'll send you that PayPal real quick because I want that Swerve Strickland. You know, or even trying to get the Ultimate figures. So the long game is king. I don't disagree with that, but a lot of there's no FOMO anymore. But I've overgone my hour. I like to just do an hour. I gotta start prepping dinner and start getting my house ready, and I gotta get ready for my show my time tonight, where I'm gonna be on Dave's Dimension in the hot seat for Tuesday Talks. And if you guys are interested, come by and check Dave's channel out. Dave is an awesome brother of mine, great friend, and like he said, he's put me in the hot seat, so I don't know what to expect. Like this is literally not hyperbole. I don't know what Dave's gonna ask me. Like usually, I like to know. Dave is leaving it open. So I'm excited. And y'all know me, I'm like CM Punk. I don't tell lies. So I want to see what's going to happen. So thank you all for coming through. I appreciate you, my brothers. And thank you guys. It means a lot to me. Like I said, Tuesday talks are going to be I might just start putting them till like 3:00. It's easier at that point. So we'll be saying, so let's just say from now on, it'll be late lunch with Dre, and it'll be 3:00 till 4:00. That's going to be the new times. Eastern Standard Time, folks. As always, my friends. Was this the colored cat? Oh yeah, the black cat, the black lion. Yeah, I was really surprised. Really surprised I saw that one there too. But I'm not getting it because it's plastic, and I just want to die cast Voltron. I'm old school. I don't need it to talk to me. I don't need to transform. I like doing it myself. So nerd affiliated. Thank you, brother. You're always a great supporter of the channel. I look forward to you doing more great stuff. Cobb, you are awesome. Congrats on getting back to work in the workforce. Everybody else from Cold Bank Games to Captain Spaulding to Carnage Collects to, oh my goodness, Nostalgic Toys. I'm trying to Fig Picks for coming through. Oh my goodness. We had so many people come through today. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. And for those that catch it on the replay, just make sure you tag #Team Replay. Comment below #Team Replay. Thank y'all. Stay geeky, y'all. Peace.